Thank you so much, John. We really appreciate it. Great comments and very inspirational. I'd like to now introduce the City Manager of Boyne City, Michael Cain, who will be presenting the annual Maniac of the Year Award.
One other round of applause for John. He did a great job. And I truly appreciate Andy sending a Spartan to follow up after a Wolverine. So thank you very much. As was said many years ago in another great stadium, today I am the luckiest man on the face of the earth, because today I get to introduce our Maniac of the Year. We are all boosters and builders of Northern Michigan. Whatever sector you come from, public or private, whether you're in business, healthcare, education, or government, you wouldn't be here if you didn't care about making our part of this great state even greater. Today we are here to celebrate the best of the best. One of the awards the NLAA gives out every year is the Maniac of the Year Award. If you've been here before, you know that receiving this award is a very high honor indeed. It is presented to a group or individual that exemplifies the utmost in positive and productive passion, energy, commitment, and results. The recipients of this award are those who define a goal and then don't let people or circumstances or funny noises get in the way of accomplishing it. I have had the distinct honor of seeing today's recipient make positive changes in our region time and time again. This person grew up in our region, and his family taught him about business and about people. This person and the company he leads are making a positive impact across the NLEA region and beyond. This person lives in one community, has offices in another, and projects in at least 15 others, and wants to make every one of them the very best that they can be. This is a person of honor and commitment, whose word is their bond, whose handshake still means something, and would be all that is really needed to seal a deal. This is a person who gives developers a good name. I first met this person about a decade ago when Boyne City was scrimping and scraping to move itself forward. We had just had a major project, waterfront project, killed off at the ballot box, and a building that was a gem of our previous community development redevelopment effort cut up and hauled out of our downtown. Looking back, those losses were important steps in the rebirth of a community. That rebirth became possible when this person took a hard look at the pieces that were Boyne City and determined that there was opportunity to be had. New plans and visions were created, approvals were obtained, the first Charlevoix County Brownfield project was approved, hazardous materials were removed, and despite the 2008 economic downturn, the first phase of that project was built and opened on time, fully occupied. And even more amazing, 7 years later, each of those original tenants are still there. As that project has continued to grow and prosper, this individual and their company acquired a second dead zone in our downtown. And despite many unforeseen circumstances and obstacles along the way, that project is now home to 3 businesses, with a 4th set to open in June. If that was enough, this person just purchased 2 more blighted downtown buildings in our community with the goal of redeveloping them in 2018, and purchased 2 more blighted buildings at the south end of our town that will be removed to build a Save-A-Lot grocery store later this year. Since 2008, that's a total of 13 businesses in 4 locations in just one community that have been opened as a result of this person's work. How many lives of employees and customers has this person touched? How many old buildings, derelict or vacant properties have found new life under this leadership? Wow. Talk about a maniac. Talk about a one-person economic dynamo for all of Northern Michigan. And in this person's spare time, they took on being a school board member. As a very proud Rotarian, the person truly exemplifies their motto of service above self. And I'd be lying if I told you differently. So whether you see this person at home in Charlevoix the Beautiful, at their office in Alpine, the Alpine City of Gaylord, or taking on another project and helping us build a better Boyne, or anywhere else in northern Michigan, please help us recognize and celebrate the accomplishments and career of the 2017 NLEA Maniac of the Year, Glen B. Catt, President and CEO of Catt Development.
Coach lacrosse here at Petoskey, and nobody's ever accused me of not being able to hear me. First of all, Glenn wanted me to let you know that he was in charge of the weather and he was in charge of the temperature. He also wanted me to see is, let's see here. Mr. Jess, are you here? John Jess? Keith Carey, are you here? All right, Keith. Glenn wanted me to offer you two a very specific hello. Let you know that you're here, he's in Las Vegas, right? He said you'd know what that was all about. It is truly an honor to accept this for Glenn. I've known Glenn for a long time. In fact, Joe Daly at Citizens Bank. Joe Daly introduced me to Glenn about 12 years ago. In that time, Glenn and I formed a very strong friendship, not to mention just a business relationship. So I just want to extend some thank yous on behalf of Glenn. First of all, Ed Hunt from Integrity Construction, Doug Mansfield from Mansfield Land Use, Dave Spalla from Traverse Architectural Group, and Mike Cain, the NLEA Board, Boyne City Council and committee members, and last but not least, his family, his shareholders in Catt Development, and his wife, Gwen. I'd also like to offer just a couple words of my own with Glenn. And Mike really hit it on the nail when you talk about the kind of guy Glenn is. I've worked with a lot of developers, and one thing that it's different about Glenn that all other developers don't seem to comprehend is Glenn knows what he doesn't know. Hires people in those positions to round out the team. He's a developer who I think everybody by now knows not only does what he says he's going to do, but generally exceeds his expectations. And for a guy like me, it's a pleasure to work with a guy like Glenn. Thank you.